Oh, it is Monday. We are back. What is up, everybody? Happy Monday. We here. Let me see if Twitter's gonna let me tweet today. Okay, I can tweet today. Hey, yay, congratulations. Yay. Anyway, we back. We here. Give it a few minutes. let us stretch our legs just a little bit. That might have been a little loud. I don't know. Let me know. I feel like, because I did turn up the audio, I do think that it's probably a little loud when I like cough or the few times where I actually scream. But nice. What's up, Faulty? Welcome in. How you doing? Happy Monday. We are back. I saw that. I saw that you caught up to me, but then yeah, you're probably way past me now. Started a little late, but I am off the rest of the day. I worked this morning, got it all done. Same thing tomorrow. I won't be live tomorrow. I'm going to just go to work in the morning and enjoy the rest of my day. Have some family time. And yeah, but we're live today. We have as much time as we need to. Going to get into it. We'll give it a little bit, though. Since we don't really have a time limit today, we can go for as long as we want. It's nice to not be able to kind of dance around it. That's not like a slight or anything, but yeah, man, the story just fucking goes crazy in DDS2. Like, it's really interesting to play this and that at the same time. It's really interesting to play both of these at the same time. But yeah, the DDS2 story is it's really good, and it's got a lot of great moments, and it feels like there were some cutscenes that didn't really feel like much in the first game. In the second game, where I'm at now, you know, doing the side content, at another boss that I can't beat or, you know, haven't really attempted yet, it just felt like so far it's felt like every cutscene matters, because there's always like something huge, and I like a lot of the characters a lot more too. That's just obvious, right? Because you actually get to know them more. And man, I didn't think Surf was dead. You know what I mean? Like I didn't believe it. I just didn't believe it. I was like, I don't believe this. Yeah, the grid system is also way better too. I agree with that. Absolutely. It's just more everything else besides that, it's just more pleasing to the eyes. Than I don't mind the list, and I'm okay with just the list, but at the same time, it felt like a list, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Like, it was fine. I think that was perfectly fine. But yeah, it does, for whatever reason in the first game with the mantras. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you understand. But yeah, my point was, when Surf died, I was like, I don't believe this one, and I'm still not believing all of them. But at this point, there's been some characters that have been gone for so long that they're gone. And I'm starting to believe the side characters are now gone too. But like, I think the Argilla death really, that was the one where I was like, oh, like that one hurt, man. Like that, for me, I think above Heat right now, because you've gotten there. So like, when Argilla and Roland, like, just Roland not as much. I liked Roland for what we got of him, and I thought it was actually pretty cool how he eventually goes out. But that Argilla moment really hit me hard, like way hard. And I had said that, like, yeah, she's been in the party the entire time. You know what I mean? Like, Heat did too for that same exact reason, but I really liked her arc in the first game. I think she might be the character that got the most time to shine in the first game, to be honest with you. I think Gale gets good points too. So does Heat. So does like your relationship with Heat too. Surf's relationship with Heat, but the Argilla one really, that one hurt. That one hurt. It was too much. It's but yeah, DDS2. When you package it in with the first game, it's a really good game. Playing the first game on its own, like we've talked about, just kind of feels weird. It feels like not so much a hidden gem, more so like yeah, that exists. But now that playing the second game, I think you need it. Good prince, evil prince thing would pan out, but I did not expect that. Yeah, I didn't all those revelations that came from finally getting Surf back, and talking to Heat and hearing Heat, like all of those moments are fantastic. Like, yeah, all of that, all the stuff, everything you find out from who they're based off of, the actual people, like it is crazy. Like all of the revelations you get from who Heat actually was and who Surf actually was, and Argilla, and you do get a little bit for Cielo, but Cielo still is just like there. But that being said, it's pretty common to have party members that are just there in most JRPGs. Not everybody is included in the main story, right? Not everybody gets a good resolution or a strong arc. Some people are literally just there. That's a JRPG thing just in general. Some player, Yeah, you never actually get to see Cielo's human counterpart, but you're right about that. You talk to some people and they kind of make mention about Cielo, and we saw that the other day. That was pretty cool. You're right though. That would be cool to see what Cielo more. I think that alone, just maybe a little tiny bit of Cielo from then, but you do get reference to it, which it's not as good as, it's never going to be as good as seeing it, right? Nobody ever wants to just read it. It's like the Final Fantasy 15 stuff. Oh, the kingdom's gone. We found out from the fucking paper. Like, no, okay. Can we actually see it though? Watch Kingsglaive. Anyway, but yeah. Even with Gale, his human equivalent is sprinkled throughout both games, and he's implied to have a connection with Jenna beyond simply being a coworker. Yeah, exactly. It's heavily implied that they. I wonder, because like I haven't seen more, and I haven't continued. We're doing side stuff now, right? I wonder if that will come into play more so later. I do wonder, because Angel is still out there, right? So. I'm kind of blown away by how much I like it though, and how much I think that this is really, like, I believe it now. After I finished the first game, I didn't think Hidden Gem, but now that I've not even finished the second game, but played a good amount, from what I've played so far, it hasn't. That's all I'll say. Gotcha. Kills, and that's a thing too. I think halfway through the next dungeon. Gotcha. Yeah, I think that's a thing for me with Gale. Even though we haven't gotten a ton, like, not as much as we just got from Surf and Heat, and as much as you get from Sarah, and all of the stuff that they were doing before, and where Sarah comes from. That cutscene that you get with Heat and Surf when you get Surf back, that whole entire span of like what 30 minutes. It's not one cutscene, but it's like a couple of things that you go do and fight, and it's like you get a lot of revelation there, and you learn a lot about Heat. You learn a lot about Surf. You know what I mean? Like, you basically cap it. Like from this point on, it's just doing what we want to do, because that's what Surf, this version of Surf, is his own choice. I really think Gale has had a strong arc, even though he is like the side character, and like he's just, but man, whenever the focus is on him, he's just been aces the entire time. I kind of feel how I feel about Gale in DDS from 1 to 2, and so far what I've played is how I feel about Sid in this game. Sid's not the main. I'm not going to spoil anything. I won't say anything. I'm just going to allude. Sid is like fucking awesome in this game. Sid is fucking awesome. It's the same in that every time Sid talks, it's a quote that I want on a shirt. Like, this version of Sid is amazing, and I feel the same about Gale. More so in the second game, and then more so in the later half of the first game. Every time Gale talks, it's like, even just reading his dialogue in like moments where they're just standing there and you can go talk to them. He's a really good character. Like, he's just really good. Gale is awesome. Yeah, I do too. Like I said, a lot of, and it's not excusing it, but like, it's just a thing with JRPGs. There's just so many plot threads going on that some characters just don't, you know what I mean? They're just kind of there. Every major, you know what I mean, JRPG has a party member that doesn't get enough, you know what I mean? Like, and yeah, that just seems to be an overall problem with a lot of JRPGs in general, and it's been a problem, but yeah. It's kind of weird how when you really think about it, like, even most of the Final Fantasies, like, they take a backseat. You know, we talk about Haru, even with the royal content, like, takes a backseat, like, kind of just there. Like, it really is, like, an issue that just happens, and I think it comes from that, like, too many plot thread thing, but still. Which is hilarious when you compare it to, like, Persona 5 that connects everything to everybody and everything in every possible moment. Like, holy shit, okay, we get it, you know what I mean? But yeah, I do think that's a thing that a lot of JRPGs have that problem for some reason. Somebody gets left behind. The budget ran out here. You know what I mean. I'm mainly being funny. I definitely like Cielo too, because I think I like Cielo more now, because Cielo also has a lot of good moments in 2. One, it's just like, you are here, and like, now you have a Jamaican accent. Cielo is just like really good comic relief, and I don't think overly cringy. I just think that good, like, it's just kind of, Cielo's just kind of good. Like, could easily be the omega cringe side character, but like, manages to just be pretty cool, actually, to be honest with you. I definitely feel the same. I don't hate Cielo. I think that's why it is kind of disappointing that, like, I do want a little bit more, but it's okay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm okay with it not getting more of Cielo, but I do wish that there was more too. Yeah, like, Cielo really in the first game is, you have a Jamaican accent now? Oh, you're a jet now. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, Cielo just hanging out. You're a jet. I'm gonna let it sit in the title screen, but I'm gonna give it a start here. I'm a jet now. Oh, the part that we were just talking about, the like extra backstory. Maybe it's good we didn't get that. Or maybe it's... I don't know. Let me finish this text. Maybe it's a good thing. With strong psychic powers, than the stronger psychic powers than the latter, when he tries to communicate with Sarah after she conversed with God, his internal organs exploded. So that's what I was gonna say. Maybe you didn't catch it, but we went. So there's a place you can go to after. I think it's right after you get Surf back. You go talk to somebody, and he mentions that there was this kid that we used to. I wonder what happened to that kid that. That's actually kind of it's something along. It might be. I don't know if it's that contradictory, but I'm pretty sure it was something along the lines of like whatever happened to that kid from not. He doesn't say Jamaica, but like he says like the Caribbean. There it is. What happened to that kid from the Caribbean used to have really strong powers too, just like Sarah. I wonder what happened. Like. They kind of make mention that, like, yeah, Cielo, it's more so along the lines of Cielo is a lot like Sarah in some ways. Like, yeah, that's what it says in game that we've seen so far, you know what I mean? Just by talking to some random white coat, you know what I mean? But that's interesting. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, do we need a cutscene of Cielo, like, spontaneously combusting? Like, I don't know. Part of me is kinda, part of me is no. Like, I'm picturing the flinging around in the first game, ragdoll physics. That's hilarious, my god. See, but the Mortal Kombat characters, they're like action figures, you know what I mean? If Sub-Zero gets exploded and his spine ripped out, you know what I mean? Like, it's cool, but I don't want to see Cloud or some shit, like, I don't know. Put Tifa in Mortal Kombat, like, I don't know if I need to see that, you know? But you're right, I probably would pay for that DLC. I would at least want to see it. I don't know why I went to 7, but like, I don't know, put Ellie in The Last of Us in fucking Mortal Kombat. I don't know if I need to see that. I don't know. The Mortal Kombat characters, like, it's just like they're action figures, basically, like action figures for edgelords. You get to live out those fucking Toy Story kid fantasies of blowing up your toys. Oy. Honestly, after playing The Last of Us Part 2, right? So playing both Last of Us games, The Last of Us Part 2 is pretty fucking brutal. So, like, Ellie would almost, Joel, like, yeah, honestly, like, probably a liquor. No, not a liquor. That's Resident Evil. A clicker, sorry. You're good, Faulty. It's all good. We're hanging out. Anyway, Last of Us Part 2 is pretty brutal. It's a pretty brutal game. A lot of people eat it, not just with golf clubs. Ellie would probably fit because the game's pretty brutal. Some of that brutality is because of the realism of it, though. So, yeah. Mortal Kombat does, it's like spinning death blades and fucking lions and God rays, you know what I mean? Grabbing somebody's spine and ripping it out. Like, it's definitely, like, the way the graphics are now, it's, it's like, skin crawling a little bit, but there is, like, there is, like, a little bit of, like, this is just wacky a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, it's gory. It's not saying it's not gory, but, like, there comes a point where it is a little, like, hilarious. Like, just how far can we go? This, you know what I mean? Just like blood spurting everywhere. Like, I don't know. The graphics do help it, like, still remain like, oh, you know what I mean? But still. Alright. Gonna be putting more time into this today. I've done all the side quests up to this point. Won't spoil, but I don't know. You know, we're decently into the game now. We've done quite a bit. And I've seen some people talk about it online. I think one of my biggest issues with the game right now is it's a little easy. We've died a handful of times, but like there was like the first couple of streams of this, and every time we streamed 16, it's been really long, and you know, because I just want to play it, I just want to beat it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's a new Final Fantasy. If this was turn-based, if this was a shooter, if this was fucking on rails, I would be here for it. Like, this is one of my favorite franchises. I do think it's a little easy though. I do think. And I don't think everything needs to be Elden Ring, you know what I mean? But I think not offering difficulty options hurts the game quite a bit. I don't know if that first playthrough on Final Fantasy mode, on like the harder difficulty mode that you unlock, would have made that difference, but I feel like it would have. Because like playing Resident Evil on hard mode versus normal mode when you've never played that Resident Evil before, it's a different experience. So like, it's really interesting. I think the difficulty here is a little easy. The only one it's like I can compare it to 7 Remake and I can compare it to 15. Those are the ones that you can kind of, those are the ones that I've played. I haven't played Kingdom Hearts, so I can't, you know, like, hey, this is also, but 15 was pretty easy. And I think 7 Remake was pretty easy overall, but I do think some bosses would absolutely just fucking annihilate you in that game. Like, I'm thinking of the Hell House, like, I'm thinking of, you know, some things later on, but I'm also thinking of the Reno fight relatively early on. That fight was actually pretty tough that first time. Here it's like crazy, huge Ekon Titan fucking battles happen, and they're super cool, and they're fucking super awesome, and they're omega hype. Something is a little lost though when they're kind of easy. So that's been my only. I think that's my biggest issue with it. Is it is kind of easy. And it's like I look at the Pixel remasters, and those are kind of, you know what I mean? Like it's weird now. You know, because you play older versions of some of the older Final Fantasies, and it's like you can break 6, you can break 7, the junctioning system, and 8 breaks itself. 9's not really that bad, and neither is 10. So, like, it's not like these games have the hardest track record, but I don't know. It's weird. It's weird because even the turn-based ones, there's something in there that you could absolutely break, and combat becomes trivial. So it's interesting. I don't know. I think if they don't, if 17 or whatever the hell, if they add DLC or they add an update, I think one of the biggest things that, you know, they should do going forward is offer more difficulty modes at the beginning. So if somebody like me who maybe wants a little bit more of a challenge from this can get that challenge on the first run. Because I imagine either way, late game in this game, in most games, you'll be fine. But you know, I haven't played the Final Fantasy. This is Final Fantasy mode, which is a really great name for a difficulty option. I haven't seen it, but I have seen some people say that it doesn't really. It's harder and things are different, but I don't know. I think that first run with it would have been the sweet spot for most people. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think everything has to be Elden Ring. Not everything has to be Dark Souls, but I do think in this case, this is a little too easy though. Just a little bit, you know what I mean? I think finding the sweet spot is important. Story's great though. I like the stories. The bosses are all fantastic. Music is fantastic. The world is really cool. Side quests are a little weak. But I think they have decent stories. It's weird. Side quests are always going to be weird because very few games, you know, do them great. I think 7 Remake also has the same problem. Um, but I think in the side quests here, where they're relatively easy, they're not asking much of you. I do think they feel more important because not all the NPCs feel like afterthoughts in this game. They actually feel like characters, and sometimes you do multiple side quests for the same character. And yeah, you're not really doing a lot, but you're establishing like a connection with somebody who's not a part of the main story. It also helps that their dialogue's good and their voice actors are good, so I don't know. I'm a little mixed on the side quests, but I do think some of them are worth doing. Some of them are absolutely worth doing. But some of them do feel like just the common fodder you would find in 14. Absolutely. But some of them are super important, like you would find in 14. So yeah, that's general thoughts so far. I think I like it. I think it's good. I like it more than 15, and I haven't beaten the game yet. So like, there's that. I think the story is night and day better. And a lot of that comes from they're not going to update a chapter with more cutscenes, or we don't have to go watch a movie, like, or play the DLC to get the real ending. Like, that's the stuff that I don't like. And even 7 Remake does that kinda with the Yuffie stuff, and I really hope Rebirth doesn't have DLC. I hope it is all self-contained, but even if it, one DLC is different than 4 major story arcs that you don't get to play through unless you buy it. Oh, then they're gonna cancel the DLC anyway. Luna Freya, though, she's important. She's really important, guys. I don't know. But yeah, it's like I took a long time to finish 15. I've got more, like, and I ran out of steam pretty fast. I've got a lot of incentive to see the end of this game, way more incentive, and I think that's important. I think being able to make characters and worlds that are interesting is part of the fight with Final Fantasy, and I think this one succeeds so far. But yeah. We'll continue on. There's still more fights to be had, and let's do it, man. Let's go. Let's get into it. Oh man, like I hate the what's a Final Fantasy talk. Like I just hate this. If it's got the name Final Fantasy on it, you know what I mean. It's Final Fantasy. I just hate some of the conversation around this game. And most modern Final Fantasies. If 17 wants to be turn-based, I will be there. If it wants to be an action game, I will be there. If it wants to be a shooter, it's going to have to convince me, but I might be there. You know what I mean? Like, if 17 was a turn-based game, I would be playing it just as much as this. So, let's go. Like I said, I did all the side quests, even the ones that are kind of whatever. Did them all. So far we've done everything. I did some hunts. I didn't do all the hunts though. I did 2 of them. And yeah, so we're back at the hideaway. One of my favorite spots in the game. Okay.
One day, I want to see all the
Hey, what's up, Dev? How you doing, man? Yes, this is the Dirge of Cerberus remake. Fully realized edgelord combat. We are here. We've done it. No, this is Final Fantasy 16. Came out like 2 weeks ago? Oh, right. Final Fantasy shooter. Right. You're right. You're right. We're just talking about Final Fantasies just in general and what the fan base for Final Fantasy sucks. People are cool, but just overall bullshit sucks. um, what is and isn't a Final Fantasy based on its combat. It's like Final Fantasy's been many things. You know, if the next one wants to be turn-based, I'll be there. If it wants to be more of an action game like this, I'll be there. And if it wants to be a shooter, convince me, but I might be there. Fallout, Final Fantasy 17, yeah, we did it. Oh, fuck. A more real... You know what? Giving us a gunblade would make it a shooter. Shit, is 8 a shooter? Holy shit. Final Fantasy 8 because it gives you gunblades, even though it's a turn-based game. It's a shooter. Congratulations, we've arrived. Not even Nomura can come up with this type of shit. Day Nightfall, welcome in, how you doing? Adds in Goofy anyway. Music at the Hideaway here is really good.
I've done what I can, but the rest is up to you. You need to start taking better care of yourself.
Understood. And thank you.
The curse has spread. Make sure she rests.
If it hurts, you can tell me, you know. I'll understand.
I can bear it.
But you shouldn't have to. Not anymore.
This isn't just your struggle, Clive. It's ours. And when we see how hard you fight, it inspires us to do the same.
Ma'am, I'm a walking tank, though.
Or would you rather we left you to save the world all on your own?
No. That's not... Ignore me.
Will you two just finally fucking do it? Of course not.
Where are you?
In here.
Thanks, Gav.
What's wrong?
Rosaria's under attack.
Oh, God.
What?
This isn't the Dalmekian army we're talking about. It's the men of the Rock from Drake's Fang. Hugo Kupka's private guard.
Yep, okay.
There is in hell in Rosalith, trying to batter down the castle gates.
They're trying to draw us
Looking
out.
for me.
Seems that way. Reckon old Hugo has finally worked out who Sid really is.
Then this is just another trap.
Absolutely is.
It's a trap, all right. The daddy of all fucking traps.
I'm going to Rosalith.
You're not serious. That's exactly what he wants you to do, Clive.
Look. I don't know why Kupka harbors such a grudge against Sid. But as long as it's left to fester, our world will never know peace. He has dragged the rest of Storm into this pointless war just to find me. Besides which, I am not about to stand and watch while my home gets ground into the dirt. Hugo Kupka must die.
I've lost enough friends to that man already. I don't want to lose any more. So let's go and kill the bastard.
I'm coming too. After all, we're in this together.
All right. I should probably speak to Otto before leaving. We need to know what we're getting ourselves into.
This is Clive. A lot like Dante, but not really. Especially now. Dante looks so different now. So yeah, I've done all the side quests up to this point. Dante and Solid Snake had a love child. That is a great, fantastic way to describe Clive. Honestly, he's got a playful side, but he's also like Omega serious edgelord, but like also is a good boy. It's weird. Clive's pretty cool. That was probably a really good moment because Clive has finally just said, "Fuck it, let's go kill this motherfucker." Like, for the entire time, Clive's been like super good, like not overly edgy, kind of like that. That was actually a pretty strong moment, and it's been a couple of days since we played. Just like, I am sick of this shit. Like, been on the run for 5 years, but I did all the side quests, and this was one of them. It was there was a person who used to be here who grew apples for us. We did the side mission at the original hideaway, but she died, and somebody kept her plants going and grew more apples finally. And because we did that second side quest, we got a basket full of apples because they were from Martel, but she unfortunately died. That's what I'm talking about. I think the side quests in this game, like what you do is simple, but the stories that they tell through the side quests are actually pretty interesting. But I thought that was pretty cool. Oh, hey, a chest. Yeah, this is the quest that I did, the fruits of her labors. This is also cool because like we did the mission and then Otto wrote us a letter, like, you know, left us a note. You know what I mean, about because we did that. You know what I mean? Like I think the connections and like the stories that they're telling, even with the side characters, like Otto has nothing to do besides the fact that he lives at the hideaway with the main plot, but they've given him a lot of like lore and a lot of like just stuff here at the hideout. Like that's good stuff. I really think it's good stuff. Even if it's not the most like strongest character ever known to man, like giving us a little something with some of the people that you hang out with here is good. They don't just feel like lifeless. Like my guy Otto here.
We must be ready to leave for Rosalith at a moment's notice.
Gov gave you the news then? We're leaving for Rosalith, but not before I know exactly what's going on. What have we heard?
All sorts. Nobody was expecting the Dalmex to open up a new front against the Empire, least of all our friends in the provinces. Reports have been rolling in from all over the place, with no two saying the same thing. I've been passing them on to Vivian, in the hope she can make sense of them. If you're set on going, you'll want to talk to her.
Understood.
What's up, Nectar? So yeah, I did two. So these are the hunts. I did 2 of them off stream. Haven't been able to find the rest of them though. These has definitely been like the biggest challenges for me so far because we've only pretty much died a handful of times in this game. But these are actually pretty tough. It'd be super cool to see some of these guys mixed in on the harder difficulty earlier on. like I said earlier about the difficulty of this game, letting us choose that hard mode off the bat instead of beating it once to unlock it, I think that was a mistake. I think I thought this about the Devil May Cry 5 too, because it was the same thing unless you pre-ordered it for some stupid ass reason. But that game didn't unlock the harder difficulties until you beat it once too. That's kind of like an action game thing to do. Revengeance does that. Bayonetta does that. Like they all pretty much do that. I think that needs to stop. If you're gonna add difficulty options, let us pick it from the beginning and let everything on the table. You know what I mean? Show your full hand at the beginning.
Ah, if it isn't my favorite pupil. Let's see now. Where did we leave? Well, this is a surprise. My lectures are rarely so well attended.
You know what they say? A little knowledge, can't hurt?
Knowledge.
We're going to Rosalith to deal with Kupka. What's the situation there?
It sucks.
Whoa there, Lord Rossfield. I'm sure you're champing at the bit to return to your roost. But to fully understand the present situation, one must first understand how it came to be.
Gonna get some world lore.
Let us begin with the story of Hugo Kupka.
Okay.
Or the permanent economic advisor to the Dalmekian government, to give him his formal title. In a republic founded on commerce, there could hardly be a more influential position.
Oh, you get chicken bikes in this game too. But this is more so like the older Final Fantasies, where some of the other more anime stuff didn't exist. It's weird because 7 is like Yakuza. 7 Remake is like Yakuza. It kind of goes for the zany moments and you know, 7, the original, has a lot of zany moments too. But from 7 on, this series changes quite a bit, and I view this more as the original because the originals had none of that. You know what I mean? The original Final Fantasy doesn't even have chocobos. So, like, I don't know. This one does, but bunny girls and some of the other stuff, it didn't really exist back then.
It has granted him both extraordinary wealth and extraordinary power. Not that he ever wanted.
It's funny you bring that up because the topic is so, like, controversial between, you know, the fan base. To me, this looks more like Final Fantasy than even 7 Remake does, but for some people, it's like this doesn't even, you know, look like Final Fantasy. Like, I could definitely see both sides of the argument, but yeah, to me, this just, I don't know, this feels more so like 1 through 5. You know?
Being Titans
But yeah,
dominant,
chocobos and Sid and some of the stuff that we know, Moogles, like, they weren't even in the first Final Fantasy. They were kind of all in 2. No. I mean, because that's the thing. Because, like, if you go play original 7, like, you can definitely see the, like, more, you know, cringy kind of anime kind of thing. But, like, they're kind of few and far between. But then you play 7 Remake and it's like every 5 minutes. There's definitely a different shift there. And I think as you go once you get to 10, it's anime. Like it starts to change from 7 to 8 to 9, and then once you get and go and play 10, that's like Omega anime. Like, yeah, like Yuna and Titus and Xanarkin and Blitzball. Like, yeah, that's honest. Like, comparing 7 to 8, it's like you could see like the track that they were on. You know what I mean? Like, you could see it. But yeah, not always. Not always. I do think that's an important part of modern Final Fantasy, though, is the anime aspect.
Last line of defense, a fact he has used to his considerable advantage. Why, he was even able to pry Drake's
It's kind of like
one of the
Tactics.
pillars of
Tactics
the
doesn't
Republic
have any
from
of that either.
Parliament's grip. And he was quick to buy the loyalty of the Fang's protectors. Today they are his faithful creatures, a private army in all but name. The self-same army that marches upon Rosarian soil as we speak. By which I mean Imperial soil, not that you need reminding of the fact. Suffice it to say, the Empire's attentions are elsewhere at present, deadlocked as it is with Dhalmekia over its occupation of the Crystalline Dominion, where its legions are now gathered. Scarcely a handful of garrisons remain to secure its western province.
I find myself in a weird spot because I like when Final Fantasy leans, because I love 7 Remake. I think it's a great game, but like I also like this. It's weird. I like both ways. You know what I mean? I do think there could be a happy marriage between the two, and there are some, you know, whimsical moments in this game. It's not all just deathly serious, but yeah, it's different, you know. I would say this is actually a lot like 12 too, but 12 also has the bunny chicks, so like there's that. But yeah, I think this is a lot like 12 from what I understand of 12, because I haven't played much of it. Yeah, totally. From what I know about 12, everything after 10, it's like if you played any of those, then yeah, I totally understand. Like I said, 10 onwards is where it really feels like this is an anime now. Like this totally makes that shift. 15 does that too.
After the fall of Drake's breath.
14, 11, 12, yeah, 13 is for sure an anime.
Had little cause to fear a maritime invasion. And so today, only a token force guards the former duchy's shores, as Kupka was quick to descry. He landed his troops on the Rosarian coast without encountering so much as a single ship. All for you, Clive. He wants your head. And so he and his men advance upon Rosalith, not to capture the province, but to draw you out.
Titan's pissed. We have to go fight Titan.
You said Kupka's forces sailed up the coast. What of Port Isolde then? Is the city safe?
Quite, according to the Guardians of the Flame. The Dhalmekian fleet floated by without incident, but not without remark. When they learned Kupka's forces were making for Rosalith, our friends were quick to begin arranging the exodus of her citizens. And so the stage will soon be set for your heroic homecoming. Alas, it will be a more trying task to enter the capital than it was to leave it. Hugo's men hold Buett Bridge, despite the Imperials' repeated attempts to wrest it back from their grasp. And they were careful not to repeat the Empire's mistake in neglecting their coastal defenses. The seas around Rosalith are firmly under Dhalmekian control. So tell me, pupil mine, what do you believe to be the best route to Rosalith?
The north. We cross the northern border near Phoenix Gate, then take the road through Stillwind down to the capital. Hardly the quickest route, but at least we won't be spotted.
A little local knowledge goes a long way, and so must you.
We'd best get a move on then.
Oh, will you be going too?
Aye. I've been waiting a long time to give that fucker a taste of his own medicine. I would have missed this for the world.
All right. We should be on our way.
Lead on.
I wonder if Gav joins the party. All right, but we've been waiting for this. This is the return home after, what, 15 years? Haven't been home in 15 years? Our mom's a fucking raging bitch. And a big angry dude is waiting for us. Time to go home. This is also the first rated M Final Fantasy, so like they're using it. Put it that way.
Fortify the castle gates.
7 also has moments where like they're probably cussing, but like it's all in like symbols, you know what I mean? So like it's not the newest thing, but it is like a new thing to hear spoken out, like fuck, you know.
Once.
Hugo and his men have been busy. They've already breached the castle's outer wall. The Imperials are holding the ground for now, but it's only a matter of time before the keep falls. Those fuckers really went to town on this place. Almost like they want to wipe it off the map.
Just a means to an end.
All this for one man? They didn't have to go so far.
If you keep your wits about you, I reckon you can make it up to the castle without raising the alarm. I'll sniff out any townsfolk who haven't escaped yet and send them on their way.
Be careful.
Likewise. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
As long as like I'm okay with however they want to write this game, as long as it feels natural. And so far, none of the cussing has felt forced and cringy. It feels kind of natural given who the characters are and where they come from. Because everybody on screen's basically a former slave. So like, you know what I mean? Been treated like shit. So it's like, I don't know. And I'm one to drop a fuck every so often. You know, like I hate these fucking people. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. As long as it feels natural, and to me so far it's felt relatively natural. You know, 30 hours in, nothing's felt like, oh, okay, now we're just cussing for the sake of cussing. But I get that. But like I said, this is also the first rated M1. They're using it. You know, like obviously as you can tell, fatality.
I thought I was ready for this, but...
I know. It's like a nightmare. This was our home. Come on, Clive. We have to keep going.
Let's go, Torgal. Capital punishment. Yeah, and I actually think this does a better job than, because this is the same team that did 14, the same exact team. I think this game does a good job of not feeling overly pretentious like 14 kind of feels sometimes. This game does a better job of like, okay, they'll throw in some big ass words at your ass and maybe I don't fully understand, but no, that's not it. I think in 14 every so often it's like, okay, I need a fucking dictionary and what the hell you just said. But here I don't ever feel a need to. I gather what they're saying, or like I know what they're saying. You know what I mean? Like it feels better than it does in 14. So I don't know. I think the dialogue in this game has been pretty good, but yeah, I agree. I think characterizations and how they do characters in this game isn't the strongest though. Sid's the best character, and he's been gone for 10 hours. Oh, frame rate.
Why do this?
Clive, we can get through here.
Oh, it's time to blow people up. It's time to absolutely annihilate fools. Oh, you can cast Protect now, huh? Yeah, I think as long as the dialogue doesn't sound like high school, fuck, you know, fuck, shit, fuck, you, fuck, you, I mean, fuck, you, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, as long as it doesn't sound like high school and we're cussing for the sake of cussing, I think it's fine, and I think that they do a good job here. Yeah. Anytime an F-bomb is, I don't know, I just feel like that's weird, because to me it feels like natural conversation. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Not everybody, I don't know. I drop F-bombs in my unless I'm talking to my fucking grandmother. You know what I mean? Like, there's all, you know when to and when not to, but like, to me, it just feels like somebody's opening up to me when they drop a fucking F-bomb, you know what I mean? Or like a fuck shit, damn, fuck, you know, like, to me, it feels like they're actually talking to me instead of like kind of guarded. Yeah, oh yeah, bud, friend, pal. You know what I mean? I hope you understand what I'm throwing down here. But bring back Sid just to kill him again. Uninstall. Gonna write Yoshi P a fucking bad DM on Twitter. Anyway. Yeah, no, I hear you. I get you. I'm just saying, like, how I'm viewing it, you know, how I view it. It's like, as long as it sounds relatively natural, then it's fine. And not written by a 5-year-old, you know. I say that, but I cuss like a sailor, but I've been trying to do better. Damn it. The frame rate's really dodgy here.
Look what we have here.
Gentlemen!
Y'all just don't get it. I'm a nuclear bomb. Literally transform into a bomb.
Cut them down! With me, men! For the Emperor! Out of our way! Vogel, kill! All yours, Torgal!
Dude, that the will-o-wisps with the projectile is just, it melts everything and everybody. Yes, 7 Remake is also hack and slash like this. Although I think this combat is better than 7 Remake. 7 Remakes does things that are really good. Not really. I guess because Musos are action games, but they don't... Musos are different in that, like, you're clearing out a field. You don't have to do that here. Muso games and Dynasty Warriors and, you know, all the other spin-offs that they do, a lot of what you're doing is, like, throw you out into a war field and then go defeat the bosses out on the war field. And, like, that's the main... You know what I mean? You could spend hours on the field if you want to. Kinda... I guess in the way you approach combat, though, it is very similar. But I would say, just because, like, the abilities that we all have here. No, we just have a limit break. I guess so, yeah, because the more you defeat enemies and stuff like that, the more it fills up your limit break. But, yeah, I guess so. Never really thought about it like that, but you're right. This guy's pissed. I've really grown on the Sid's projectile here. Throwing out a projectile and hitting it to, like, cause more damage is really fun, actually. This has definitely been the area where the frame rate's been the most dodgy. I'm waiting for that update. But yeah, 7 Remake, there's been other action games, hack and slash. 7 Remake's hack and slash, but it just goes for a different thing. This coffee's done. I don't know where Titan's at, but we're gonna, like, nuke this entire area when we're done there.
It's the out. Get out of my city or die.
Oh yeah, I also found out that I don't know, I think it's because they're two different ones, even though they're both red, but Ifrit and Phoenix are classified under something different. So with the Garuda, I attached the ignition to that because it's one Phoenix, one Ifrit, one Ifrit. I think it's only 2 of each, and it doesn't matter. We'll see it later on, but I don't really know. We could put ignition anywhere we want. Maybe it's because we mastered it. I'm not sure, but yeah, putting the Wicked Wheel with ignition, so like climbing people up in the air and then blasting off is like the most insane combo It's super fun. And I'm glad that you can put it on one press, like, to both. Like, that's pretty good, man. No, yeah, that's cool, dude. It's all good. I know, like, you haven't, you know what I mean? I don't know if you would be down for something like this, but, yeah, that's Spectro. Welcome in, buddy. How you doing? But, yeah, it's because it's Ifrit, yeah. So the Will-O-Wisp is Ifrit, says there, and then Flames of Rebirth is obviously Phoenix. And yeah, this one's Ifrit too. So like if we go back here, because they're both the icon of fire, I think it just gives us more flexibility that way, and we're actually Ifrit. So maybe that's why. But could also just be that we've mastered it, because we haven't mastered the rest of these yet. And I didn't notice it. But we'll have to wait and see. Haven't actually mastered some of these yet. We did the one that we really wanted to do, which was the here it is, Ignition. Because Ignition's just hella fun to blast off like a fucking bullet. But I really like that. That's actually pretty cool that they let you do that. I wasn't sure if they were going to, but maybe it's mastering. We'll have to wait and see. But that allows for even more flexibility with the combat, so that's super cool. 30 hours into it.
We're nearly in the castle.
Man, the frame rate here has just been, it's bad here. Like, it's bad. It's not good. The Will of Lightning, huh? Right? Yeah, too bad I can't piss on the ground to make piss mushrooms. Man, fucking A, dude. 0 out of 10. Not a Strand game.
He's here! Remember, we take him alive!
You can fucking try. Hugo's drawing us out. We're on a collision course with Titan. Titan went back to Rosalith because he's working with our mom, and he's destroying the place, killing everybody. He's trying to draw us out. We know he's trying to draw us out. And that's exactly what Clive said, Spectro. That's it. We're going to go fucking kill him. Like, he didn't say those exact words, but he's like, we're going to go kill him. It's time to just kill this guy. Like, basically, we're running out of options. Time to die. Ow, you fucker. Yeah, let me just put everything I was just saying into chat GPT and I'll give you an answer. Hold on.
Set her loose!
Oh.
They have a curl.
Oh. Oh, this is bad. Oh, Torgal, stand back.
Attack!
Ready?
What do you think?
The tentacle animations are insanity. Can't believe I'm saying that.
It's building up to something.
We need to stop it. Whatever it takes. It's down.
Then let's make this count.
See, while not an Elden Ring boss by any stretch of the imagination, just super fucking mind, like turn off your brain, just fucking fun, man. Like that, like just it's so fucking fun. Like that's the thing. Like I like it for that reason. It's fun. There was not many encounters in 15 where I was like, that was fun. It was more so, we got through that. You know what I mean? Like, this is just fucking fun. I'm starting to see this game goes hard. Like, this game goes super hard like that. And trust me, we're going to get to Titan's fight because we know that that's going to happen. Like once you get to like the nuclear bomb fights is how I describe them. It goes really hard. This game goes hard, but like I think for me it's like it goes super hard, then it kind of okay, comes back down. Like but then it just yeah. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I think that's been my issue, but this game goes hard. Game goes hard. Yeah, and you know, I think that this is a good starting point.
Jill!
We meet at last.
My God.
Or should I say Lord Rosfield? I've been looking for you for a very long time.
Let her go, Kuka.
I'm so glad you accepted my invitation. I went to some trouble with the decorations. Do you like what I've done with the place?
Bastard.
Why did
Such a
we bring
pity
her?
Your predecessor couldn't join us, but I am sure you will prove compelling company. Be still, little snowflake. I would not have you melt before your starring moment.
Oh my God. Are we serious right now? Are we serious?
Now, on to the festivity.
Are we serious? Stay over there.
That's just great, that is. I suppose it's up to me then.
Oh man, it's good to be home.
Headsman!
Right?
Where do you want me?
You! Bring the prisoner!
Like, what? We knew it was a trap. We were told it was a trap.
Yeah, it's no more than she deserves for getting into bed with an outlaw.
We should get into mine.
We knew that they wanted to kill us.
Kupka commands your presence. You're to bear witness to the girl's execution.
You know what I mean?
Such
like,
a waste.
thank God Gav's around, but Clive should have done this on his own.
Gav! Shh.
But it makes sense why Jill came with you.
Crystal fetters are a bastard to open, just so you know. Don't worry, I'll have them off before you can blink.
Where's Jill?
In the courtyard.
Shit. We have to hurry.
The Imperials have sounded the retreat and cleared out of the castle, but the place is still swarming with Kupka's men.
Leave them to me.
I'll make my way up top and circle round the back. Quick as you like, eh? Nearly forgot.
Hold on, Jill. I'm coming.
You took my girlfriend.
I have to get to the courtyard.
Not.
Okay, good. I'm glad it played. It played doubled there, but you know what? As long as it plays, I was like, I hope that plays. As long as if anything happens to Torgal, I'm gonna send Yoshi P a nasty fucking DM. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna harass the Creative Business Unit 3 devs on Twitter.
I hope you've got a plan, Clive, because we are fucked if you don't.
Yeah, what's the plan, though? As soon as he got hands on Jill, it really is what's... Oh, never mind. If Torgal gets an upgrade, I'm going to give the game a 10 out of 10. Oh my god, dude! Who cares about Jill now?
Come, Lord Rosfield. Don't tell me you tire of my entertainment.
Can we not? I almost want to put the whole story on hold here. Can somebody explain what's happening to Torgal? Is there active time lore for Torgal anywhere? Torgal, what's going on, man? Clive's faithful friend who was fiercely protective of him and his allies when Jill came close to death in the courtyard of Rosalith Castle. Something awoken within inside him, transforming Torgal into something akin to an Ekon. I will fucking take it. This has been the biggest upgrade.
Stay close. We're getting out of here. And Torgal, thank you.
Torgal's got Ekon abilities. Torgal, what can you do now?
Later, everyone. With me. That includes you, Torgal.
Oh, absolutely. I don't care if that's like the biggest plot hole in the game. The fact that Torgal has a transformation, has Ekon abilities is a plus. There are some things we can forgive. It's okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean any of it. Anybody else?
Still breathing, are you? Excellent. Then Lord Kupka's reward shall be ours.
Oh, God.
You always came in threes.
Let them come. Oh, good.
Okay. Let's do this. I just got knocked out. Woo! Dodge in the air. How's that for devastation? What's going on, dude? Woo! Okay, alright. I didn't mean it. Telling you, these moves mixed together are crazy. Literally just melts people. When you stack all of these together, it's like you are a nuclear bomb. That's what I mean. Like, that's the disconnect that I just felt right there in that cutscene, where it's like, why did we take Jill, man? Like, she's Shiva. She's a strong character, but she's getting weaker because she's using her power too much. Like, Clive is literally a nuclear weapon.
It's over.
For now. But I bet that wasn't the last of them.
Can we not talk about Torgal yet?
Us until Kupka's dead. So you get in there and finish the job, eh?
Let's do this.
Go on. If they come again, we'll hold them back.
All right. But be careful.
Let's do this. Alright, you think this goes hard? I don't think we've seen anything yet.
I promise you, Sid. He'll die by my hand.
Torgal's still in hyper beast mode, yeah. I want a side quest explaining Torgal.
Kupka. You're late. Trouble on the way.
Just enjoying your entertainment.
How gratifying. Have you come to defend your father's throne, Lord Rosfield? The Grand Duchy of Rosaria. A realm without a ruler, an army, even a people. A veritable kingdom of dust. Truly, I see no throne to defend.
I knew he was going to do that.
No!
I knew he was going to do that. Knew he was going to do it. You're right, Spectrobe. He does have enough respect not to sit on it, but not enough to not kill it.
Of your games, Kupka. Just tell me what you want.
Sid's head in a box. Imagine my disappointment when I learned that he met his end at the hand of another. And my relief to learn that you had taken up his thrice damned name. Your master slew Benedicta Harmon and defiled her body. If you choose to bear that murderer's name, then you shall answer for his crimes.
The only crimes I shall answer for are my own. Sid did everything in his power to save that woman, though she was long past saving. And so I did what he couldn't. It was me all along, Hugo.
It was...
What?
you.
What?
You killed
Oh. I was like...
I did.
No, he did kill her. He did, but we didn't cut her head off. We killed her. She was dead at the end of that fight.
Then I am fortunate
But
indeed.
we didn't send Hugo
I
her
had
head.
thought the most
We didn't
I
do
could
that.
wish for was to take the life of one he loved, just as he did to me. But it seems I was wrong.
Sid had nothing to do. Like, he was there, but he didn't
And I
kill
shall
her.
have
We
my
did.
revenge. We shared a dream. I would be the king of the world. She would be my queen. And together, we would rule like the gods we are. But you crushed that dream, ground it into dust. Hear me, Rosefield! You will pay for what you've done. I'll tear you apart with my hands!
And what of you? How many people have you killed? How many dreams have you crushed?
So much power. Yeah.
One are the only one who's seen their world fall apart around them. You'll get no pity from me, Kuka. No pity. And no mercy. Now die!
Oh, fuck.
This time, you learned what becomes of those who dare to cross me.
Cross! I'll kill! Nice try.
my hand, Rosfield. My hatred for you is unending. Unyielding. Then, let this palace be your grave!
What? Oh, shit.
Bro.
The world has chosen. I am in my element. There's no escape.
Oh, fuck. What the fuck?
The earth will always be my domain.
I didn't expect jumping to the ground. Love the fact that you can parry everybody. If you can do it, if you can pull it off. Oh, he broke his stupid Titan thing. Go! Climb! Strip mining for diamonds. Ooh. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh God, I'm sorry.
I needed that.
I didn't mean to. Oh, he's getting bigger.
I can't go on.
Did he just hit the win button? I think he hit the I win now, fuck you button. I have... Out of the was there a circle? I didn't even see a circle. I just saw death. Okay. I believe you. Okay. He found the win button. I like his moveset because when we fought in the throne room a second ago, I was like, this is kind of simple for what I thought, but he really has a different kind of set. Ooh, if I can't take out his block, then it's a punish. It is a serious punish. Dodging that one on the like sliding inside and then taking a shot at him is so fucking cool. Shooting his arms at me is a fucking thing.
Just like your forefathers. Lord Radiant.
I didn't even notice. The circle is huge here. Amy with 10 bits. Thank you very much, Amy. Welcome in. That's from Sid. Holy shit. Okay, this one's pushing me. Jesus. Oh, we fucked up. Don't worry, I'm in charge. That was the coolest fight. One of the coolest fights. I think the Typhoon fight was really fucking cool too. That one was more stressful as it went on. He just kept pulling out different moves. Like, leave me alone. Yeah, we're not even close to being done with this. I don't even think he's even close to the limit yet. Clive is now cooler than Cloud. It is official. Congratulations, everybody. We made it here. Clive is officially cooler than Cloudo. We just took his power. Part of it, at least. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. This guy is something different. Came in handy. Puts back hands with the Resident Evil goo.
I'll fucking kill you.
Oh!
There. You mustn't get yourself worked up.
Wait!
Another time, Mythos.
I've got so many questions. Well, he's still alive. We didn't kill him.
Is that all of them?
We fucked him up, though.
I think so.
Well, Luda scum. Who the fuck invited them? Not that that's the biggest surprise we've had today. Where did you learn to do that, Torgal?
I'm glad Gav is reacting.
Not telling, eh? Suit yourself.
Gav, we have to find Clive.
Right, sorry.
Oh no. Oh no. Don't do this.
You missed one.
We were worried.
Don't tease. Okay. Do not tease killing the dog. Don't even. Don't. I don't. I'm not strong enough for this. I don't even want to tease. Don't do this to me.
I was so close. If it hadn't been for my gift, I would have finished him.
I'm just glad you got out of there alive.
When did the Royalists arrive?
Right after you went inside. Just when we thought we were shot of Titans lot. In pile Odins. Not enough of them to worry us, though.
No. You didn't see the one who took Kupka away.
So, what? You think they came here to save him? Well, I'll be fucked if I know what's going on, but every minute we spend racking our brains, that bastard's getting further away.
I wonder if they're gonna make Titan go crazy. You know what I mean?
So what do we do?
Overexposure to the crystal.
We go back to the hideaway. I'm too tired to think. As are you, by the looks of it. And after what Jill's been through. Let's worry about Kupka later, shall we?
Something's not right, though, right?
Aye.
I don't think we're just gonna go back.
Right. It'll give us a chance to solve the riddle of your magic mud, too. Hey, how you feeling? Ready to go home?
interesting. That really felt kind of weird. Like a tease, you know what I mean? Like you said, give us the Titan fight. Like,
Just look at the state of you. You're more of a wreck than this place. Is this what you call taking better care of yourself? No more excuses, your ladyship. I order you to rest.
Fine. I'll rest.
I don't think Jill's gonna make it much longer.
Don't worry, Gav. She's in good hands.
But we should have never let her fall into Hugo's. Back when he had some like. The question is, where is he now?
And what the hell were those royalists doing there?
I was wondering about that all the way home.
Otto may have heard something. I'll talk to him.
She's got a little bit of it. I think it's getting worse.
About
because she keeps one hand covered.
About your faithful hound for a start. If any four-legged friend's ever done that before.
There was a scene earlier too where Tarja, the redhead there, was looking at her, like, you know, examining her. We were like not in the room, but we were waiting outside, and it shows her with, like, you know, she doesn't show bare chest, but like she doesn't have a shirt on. And she was telling her to rest, so I can, you know, we didn't see it, but I can only assume that it's probably worse. You know what I mean?
Betting Tomes will have read about it. But what I want to know is, what happens afterwards? It's all well and good Torgal saving our arses, but if it costs him what it cost Jill...
Right. Let me know if you learn anything.
Will do. And you do the same, eh?
Jill, listen to Tarja.
Tarja.
I will. Thank you.
Oh man, that's actually interesting, because yeah, so we took Titan's power now, so we have it. And he's got like the insane Titan block. And it works the same as a dodge, like that. If you can perfectly time it, it's a punish too. Okay, there you go. So yeah, now we have Fort. I'll tell you what, the one that feels like super necessary is the Gerudo one, just because of the grab. That grab is too good. The grab is way too good to ever swap out. I didn't like Sid's abilities at first, but playing around with it more, seeing what it can do more, it's really good, especially that one. Because you can pair it with everything. You just have to keep striking the projectile. So, but I think I'm going to do that, though. Swap out Ramu for Titan. So, like, this is what the demo had. Everything. Now we got all his abilities, too. We can unlock more stuff. Unlocking that right now. Oh, baby. How to become even more so like a nuclear bomb. Stick with that for now. I hate to, like, you know, it kind of sucks that it plays out this way, Spectro, but I know we only have 2 bars, but I've seen people with 3, so yes. Yeah, I saw like some gameplay footage of people just do it, because I'm super interested to see online what kind of combos people can string together, and I noticed in one of those videos that's just like a combo video that they had 3 bars of limit break, so at some point I think you can. But so far, I don't see, like, I don't know if it's like a story thing, you know what I mean? But I know at some point we're going to be able to. Okay. We're good on time. Like I said, I worked this morning so I could be off the rest of the day, and I am. I won't be live tomorrow, like I said. Let's make a quick save here. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to go use the bathroom. I'll leave you guys here at the hideaway, but let's go over here.
Littlands have been up to their old tricks again.
Oh yeah, all the I would like to do the plus side quests because those are the ones that are actually super important. On the stream, I wonder, did that lock anything over here? No, still don't know what this is. It's they're still holding back some stuff here. Where am I looking? Where am I? Where? There it is.
Maeve knows how to brew a bitter.
Anyway, I was like, what music did we buy? Yeah, I bought one because I have an absurd amount of gil, and I think we're back to having an absurd amount of gil. Yeah, we have 32,000 gil on us, so we are good. Oh, that's cool. I like how he, like, some of the blue comes out of his natural different colors that he has. I think that's actually pretty cool. Honestly, this was the Titan ability we were all waiting for. Maybe that we didn't know it was going to happen, but the one that was the most important. Anyway, I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Just give me a few minutes. Alright, chat. We are back. Thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. Amy, you kind of came in during a crazy moment, but thank you, Amy, for the 10 bits. I appreciate you. Hopefully you're having a good day. Stay cool. Staying cool. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely think, like, I'm just thinking about this. I've been thinking about this game a lot, right? Because it's like we've been playing it. You know, I'm a Final Fantasy fan. I was super excited about it, and it's really good. I think it's really good, actually. That was such a cool moment. I think that's my favorite Clive moment, honestly. I think Clive's actually had a few good moments. I don't think Clive is the most complex guy. It's a very simple, like, premise for Clive in the story, right? Like, at first, like, it's basically him re-interacting with a bunch of people, but, like, his life gets taken away from him, and, like, the goal is, at first it was to, like, find himself, kind of, because he was just a slave, and then he finds Jill again, and he's supposed to kill her, and he's not going to kill her this time. Like, you know what? Forget this. I don't want to do this anymore. And he breaks away, meets Sid, and, you know, his eyes become open to, like, the problems of the world and stuff like that. And we have to take out the crystals because they're actually destroying the planet, and the planet's destroying itself through the blight. The story is relatively simple. It's not that super complex. Like 7 Remake isn't the most complex thing if you've played the original, but like I can't imagine playing 7 Remake for the first time and like what they do to the story and what they're doing. It's like, especially waiting for the next part in between years, it's like, man, that's got to be tough. But with this, I think it's relatively simple. The Ultima stuff, we don't know what's going on with that, but like, it's part of the crystals somehow. It's controlling everything through the crystals. That's like the thing hanging over our head. But, you know, we're more so the leader of this place. You know, Sid died, so we're the leader now. We have to take care of these people, and, you know, we're continuing his legacy. Yeah, I think it's just pretty good. I don't know if it's taking that full, like, is it better than 10 for me? I don't know. It's tough right now, but it's really good. It's really good. And I think that Clive moment was my favorite, of him cutting off Hugo's hands. That was pretty freaking cool, man. Like, Clive's had some good moments, but that moment of him just cutting off his friggin' hands, like, boom, alright, problem solved.
Jill looked white as sheet.
That felt like the Avengers, when they, I was thinking of two different moments. When they go back at the beginning of Endgame, where they go to Thanos, and he's like, you know, half dead, basically, living a life on a farm. And Thor just cuts his head off. Like, all right, cool. We solved the problem. Like, that was such a cool moment. Kind of had the same energy there for Clive. It just, like, stopped Hugo in his tracks. Like, what?
The Litlins have been up to their old
That was pretty cool. And then he gets saved by Buhamut there. But
Not all of them.
I think that they're trying to, like, is it like Aether, right? The Aether poisoning? Too much of the crystal? That's probably what they're going to do to Titan. Supercharge him somehow. He's already pissed. You know what I mean? How much you can only get so angry before you, like, pass out. So, like, just make him go crazy. Probably seems the path they want to take with this.
None of the Empress's favorites, though. They all
We'll see, though.
Otto, is now a good time?
It's not a bad one. How's Jill doing?
Oh, she's been better. Ty is making sure she gets the rest she needs.
Good.
Any word on Kupka's movements?
Vivian's did what she can to try and track him, but she's feeding on scraps. We've sent ours out to the Cursebreakers and their other friends in the West, asking them to keep their eyes peeled for anything unusual. No leads yet, but it's only a matter of time.
Right. Let me know when you find something.
There he is. All right, Clive. Still busy saving the world.
Who?
Mid. When did you... Get back.
Just now.
I want to hear Clive say mid. Again, please. Why did they name her Mid?
What about your studies?
The way he said it, like I almost thought, I thought he was like judging her attractiveness. Kind of mid. Whoa, dude. The internet ruined that one for me.
All the canvas in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned round.
She's definitely not mid though. That's all I gotta say.
Concentrating with all of that.
All right, you win.
How long will you be staying this time?
Dunno. A while, most likely.
Okay, she's a college student. All right. Student of engineering. All right. Mid. What's up, Mid?
Any
okay.
road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
Mid.
Here's the anime that you guys wanted.
You can't just expect me to.
Please, oblige her. While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
I did, till a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever, your exuberance is a breath of fresh air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
I'll take that as a compliment. Well, Clive, you heard the professor. So, I'll meet you in the storeroom when you're done.
Wait, hold on. Breath of fresh air. Bloody tempest, more like.
Oi, Otto. You got
Who
my
else?
guild.
Huh? What are you on about?
My fee for bringing Mid across. She said you were paying.
That little...
The storm,
Dang.
was it? I wonder what Mid's plotting.
They should just say her full name, right? They didn't think about it. Mid, come on. I refuse to believe they didn't think about it. These guys post memes online, like no way. No way, dude.
You took your time.
This was on purpose.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it. Then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't. That was his dream for me. That one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause. But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work. I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
I wonder what she's gonna bring, right? This definitely seems like a hideaway upgrade.
All right. I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
For me?
Who else?
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
I will say, it is quite a change of pace, to say the least.
Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn.
To go from almost Titan to like Titan fight that was really super cool to like I really thought we were gonna fight him there. To all right, let's go back and collect some shit. Just all right, okay, we slowed down a little bit. All right, hang in there.
The little ones have been up to their
Just
old
because like especially because Bahamut saved him. Like oops. I really have to think about that, right? Because the Ekons are like, they're definitely nuclear bombs. Like, they're weapons of mass destruction for sure. You don't ever see, they're usually just fighting each other. I wonder if they'll do that at some point. Like, maybe we'll fight Odin and Bahamut at the same time? Do we have enough budget for that? I gotta wonder. Because I feel like two of them would be way too much for Clive to handle,
Have you seen her?
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores.
Hell, not even just Clive. I want to hear this, so I'm just going to pause it. Not even just for Clive, like, the entire area around, you know what I mean? Like, this would level a good portion of the country. Anyway,
And
that's probably why they don't.
Here's the list. Think you can find everything on there?
This lot. Wouldn't be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent. As for payment,
It's paid 100 times over by what that girl's done for us. If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water, and that would have drained the life out of us long ago.
Oh,
indeed
okay.
it would.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when it comes in.
Thank you, Karen.
I can't wait to see what Mid's going to build us this time.
Blackthorn, you busy?
What's it look like?
I have a commission for you. From Mid. She requires certain tools. Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. What's she planning to build with this stuff? An airship? No. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, I wonder.
Till I'll bring them over when I'm done.
They said no airship, though. But I also wonder, why would they tell you?
And Mid's,
Right?
no doubt.
There's probably no airship. I hope there's an airship. We might just be in it.
That just leaves the
But
carpenter. Let's see if Bardolph's available.
one can just hope, I guess. Because they did say that there was no airship, but why would they tell you? If I was making this game, any Final Fantasy, like, I would just have it there and not say it, right? Not show it in trailers. Like, nope, we didn't do it. Sorry. That's how I would do it. One can hope, though. We'll see.
With a good oiling.
I will say the airship in 15 was really good. The regalia just taking off. Like, yay. I got a lot of things to say about 15, but that's a positive for sure. It was super cool.
How do, Master Sid?
Bardolph. Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch them, will all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is, I ain't got none.
I see.
It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other fella? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest. Bernard, was it?
Bernard.
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause.
I can't
I'll
believe
ask Martha if
Bernard
she can
came
spare
back.
him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do.
Okay. I'll give the game credit with that. Even if some of these side stories are like whatever, I mean, I didn't think that some of these people would show up multiple times. That's cool, I guess. I don't know. They're there. They're people. You don't just like go to them once and goodbye. Because we saw Martha before, like twice over as well. She's still here.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look for him there, then.
How far away is that?
Good girl.
I wonder if Torgal will just transform now sometimes. That's interesting. We'll notice in battle. Maybe he'll just start that way.
Be safe.
Hi. I've ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now? Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could...
You're a dab hand?
It's the least I can do.
Well, thank you kindly.
You're a dab hand.
And take care.
Interesting. See, like, because I think dab because I'm a moron, you know, but interesting.
This shouldn't take long.
One of the first times. What did you just say? Sounds good. I wonder if we could do something. Let's see if we can. I gotta wait for the upheaval. Oh god.
Let's try. Fire and flame.
Try it later. Okay, learned a couple things. Torgals didn't transform at all. I pulled the limit break, or the limit break, basically. Double trigger. I pulled it just to see if he transforms. He didn't.
You made short work of that.
Also, I was kind of thinking that because it's kind of like a grounded pound, that maybe we could do it from the air, but it didn't activate the little like timing thing, so that was interesting. But I think it still did it. Trying to see how the combat or the Titan ability can fit in with the rest of what I have.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Though it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's onto your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
That should take care of Mid's little list. There.
Yeah, let's not die. Let's go back. I do think I want to try the Titan block against the bigger enemies. I want to see what that does at, to their stamina bar, because I'm thinking about it in relation to the Deadly Embrace, the Garuda one, where you just, pull the big enemies down. I wonder if we can almost make that work the same. But we'll see. But yeah, the upheaval, because I think when I jumped up, it did it, but like I just came crashing back down, but it didn't give me the little timing circle. So like I don't know if it's different, but it says it can be used midair. I think we just did it. It just doesn't do that. So interesting.
Anything else?
I'm thinking the Wicked Wheel up, ignition, and then slam down with the Titan ability. But I have to find something that's going to take that much damage. Because I feel like halfway through ignition, it's dead. Like a quarter through ignition, everything's gone. Let's just put it to practice real quick to see if we can pull it off. Just real quick. Yeah. So it kind of goes far away, though. Okay, so Wicked Wheel up. That's how you gotta do it. Because at the end of that, whoever you're going up against kind of flies away. I think I have to keep it there. Okay, so like that. Alright, let's get that to flow, though. Yeah, the Garuda grab, or like the Deadly Embrace, doesn't really feel that natural, but you can kind of blend that together. He's all right. Don't worry. It's the dummy from Sekiro. He's fine. Because you can miss that too. There you go. That was it. I hit it. One more time. We kind of jumped up like 3 times there, though. You can do it. I can feel it, but... There it is. Yeah, that's so fun. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay, the next step would be I don't think we might be able to actually do that. Okay. See, this is the fun part for me. This is part of the reason why I was okay with it being an action game, but back on here. Yeah. So here's an idea for you. Lay the projectile out. Well, we'd have to get back on top of the projectile. So lay the projectile out, wicked wheel up, like kind of swing around in a circle with ignition, and then drop the fucking thing right back onto the projectile. Am I getting crazy with this? It might be possible, because I think you just have to be in range of the lightning rod. Gotta think outside the box, man. We gotta push this thing to its limit. Maybe we'll try that at some point.
It's all right.
Let's go find Mid again. You have to attack the ball itself. Yeah, you're right. But I wonder, because like if we slam down, it'll be like an AoE. It'll still hit it. You know? Because like I've noticed on some of our backswings, but yeah, I think the gouge, just like going ham on that thing, would probably be like the thing, right? So just like the gouge, the regular gouge, just like focusing in on the ball and just absolutely swinging at it as fast as we can. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because that would be hitting the ball too, and then get. Wow, that's a good one, Spectrum. That's a good one. That's a good one. I didn't even think of that. That's good. That's a good one. Dang.
But I want to help Miss Mididor with her experiment.
Kind of want to go try that. The only reason I like the Wicked Wheel is because I like aerial stuff. So, like, morphing that into ignition for me is, like, super fun, but I get it. I get, because, like, the supplement would be, like, if we didn't want to use that, it would be Torgal knocking people up in the air and then, like, maybe it jumping once and ignition behind it. You know what I mean? Like, behind it. That would be the other option, but I just like the aerial stuff a lot. So yeah, that's kind of reason why I like that setup quite a bit. But we'll have to think about that one. Yeah, you're right. Gouge just annihilates that bar. You're right.
All right, Clive, you've all done then.
I am.
Just pull him back into
various
you.
orders,
Yeah,
and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
That's
I'm
brilliant.
going for style points. I want to hang in the air as much as I can.
Thanks, Clive.
We're falling
Is
with style.
Anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work.
I got a stunt on these hoes.
I can't wait.
Hey, did we do it? Oh, cool.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
I'm going to make a save here just in case. It's honestly if these side quests don't become available after continuing. These are just regular ones. I'll do them at some point, but I want to make a save here just in case. Because this game has a lot of points where you can't access certain content, so I'd rather just make a save. Yeah. There is a like a style thing, like a grade for how you do in the arcade mode, which is cool. So that's Devil May Cry right there. But yeah, I don't know. I wish the cyclone went up. I really do. Because you can, I think you might be able to do it in the air if you upgrade it, but I wish that one, like, shot up too. Yeah, no, I'm just looking at it. I'm looking at the Titan ones at least, just to see, like, what, you know. I do like the Raging Fist, just because of what it is. Okay, anyway.
Ah, Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves? Oh, that's right. He went to ask Harpocrates about Torgal. He must have found something.
I'm definitely of the mind that if this like is hurting Torgal in the long run, then don't do it. I didn't feel that way about Jill.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again. Jill looked white as a sheet when we brought her back.
Since most skills will be used on bigger enemies, which won't be yeah, you're right about that part. You're right about that part. You're right. Like Titan and some of the bigger enemies, like we can't just like whip up to the air. So like you got a good point with that. You got a solid point. They're still usable against, you know, the regular, you know, the big enemies. You know, all of those moves are still usable, but you're right. Like during that Titan fight, the Wicked Wheel is just like useless. Yeah.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal.
He's a crazy fucking dog.
Where did you get him? Like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal!
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you.
Torgal is the best party member. All right, cool, cool.
Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shan't be a moment.
I know what he meant. I know what he meant. But yeah, just like I found him in my nuts. All right, cool, buddy. All right, cool. I'm just gonna move on anyway. Good job, Torgal. Wait a minute. A what? Sometime later. I like that because it's true. Like Torgal in the very beginning was with, you know what I mean? Like he was our dog, but
Isn't he brilliant?
yeah, I like that.
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot, starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
What?
Then I look forward to seeing them.
Okay, I'll bite.
Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
See, this is all fine and dandy.
Thanks for before, son. That was a good deed you did me. Only right I do you one in return. Though I did wonder if I'd bit off more than I could chew when Mid showed me her plans for the place. If she hadn't been there to tell me what to do, I wouldn't have known where to start.
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
If this big ass hideaway is an airship,
I wish Miss Middledore would let us.
Torgal was in who? If this thing is a big ass airship, right? Supposedly an old airship. She better make this thing fly. That's all I gotta say. That or give me some upgrades or a change of clothes.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute?
For what reason, though? That was kind of a weird comment. Like, what a weird comment. I really think Clive's like one of the most pure people in this friggin' world. Like, what a weird. I know he's like, that's the thing. Cutscene Clive is super nice boy. Gameplay Clive is nuclear bomb. So, like, it's weird, but like, alright. Okay.
I have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
Oh, it's his
a
uncle.
pleasure, in hindsight. Uncle Byron?
Nani?
Hey, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favorite uncle is here!
Uh-oh. Meanwhile. Meanwhile, graphics. Twinside. Seat of the Imperial Court?
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Excuse me?
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
It's tough. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, hold on. I want to... Sorry. Okay, what am I doing differently, game? I'm not pressing any buttons. Okay, hold on. There, sorry. Okay, yeah, that's his dad. Okay. I was like, that's definitely just his dad, right? Just to be 100% sure here. That... He's obviously doesn't want to do that, but, like, he's the nuclear bomb, right? He's Bahamut. Right, they fought each other at the beginning of the game. I don't know. It's different when it's your dad, though. He's not just like a soldier.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
I love the painting behind them. It's super cool. Super cool.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
Dude. Can somebody kill her? Also, who is this kid, man? If he's got some kind of ability, right? It could just be friggin' a blue light came out of the doll. It could just be Ultima. It really could be. This is Final Fantasy. But like man, I've never like just death like
The little uns have been up to their old. It's just one thing after another around
Clive's
here.
mom, man, like just she hag, like doing a really good job here, because there's no like direct villain, right? We have Ultima, we're fighting Hugo, Odin's out there, Muhammad's there, you know what I mean? Like, but fuck, man, she really feels like the bad guy. We just don't see her all the time. She's just messed up so many families.
Ah, my dear nephew, how I've missed you.
There's no
How did you
Sephiroth
find
hanging
this
over
place,
everybody's
Uncle?
head. Like, where's he at?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
It helps to have friends.
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Why does it feel like, since we talked about like it's not really anime, it's gotten more anime in the last few hours?
Forgive me for not...
Oh. Am I still live? I think I'm good. Okay. Yeah, I kind of, maybe it just like burped for a second, but I looked over and it was red and said 0. I was like, excuse me?
Being able to tell you more, I hadn't the faintest idea Kopko withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly, her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift, and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men
So it wasn't
seemed
Muhammad
almost
then. It was the other guy.
as if in mourning.
I think
as if they
because there was
believed-
somebody at the beginning. We haven't seen that character until he picked up Titan, but I think he was from the beginning of the game. He was with the Odin, the king of Waloed, at the very beginning in that room when they're talking. Titan's in there too. So is Benedicta. Like, I believe that's who it was, but I don't know. It's been so long.
Or were made to believe that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
We live two very different
It's
lives.
finished outfitting her little workshop, I hear.
Otto. Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalimil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalimil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
We're going to the desert.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
I think this might be a bigger area. I'm trying to remember, like, from before. We'll see.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Riddle of the Sands. Oh, baby.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruin.
I'm glad that he just gets one.
Welcome well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands. Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Damn it, don't tell embarrassing stories about me.
So, Lord Cook has
This place is
fallen in his
cool.
mood.
Okay. I thought that was it. Never mind.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Thanks, girl. Look, there.
What?
Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Luda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal.
Dogs aren't allowed inside.
That's our backup, dude. Oh man, I love it. Torgal really is pretty cool. I mean, he's a dog, right? But like, I don't want to make a bigger deal, but like Torgal, yeah, he's cool. Best party member.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
I think I know where she's going. Oh, I don't know where she's going. I thought she was gonna go like
Grace,
the Titan was here
it is
somewhere.
plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
I really wonder why. That's like one of the bigger things that I wonder about. It's like, why doesn't he want to be with Clive right now? I understand he's obviously on his own mission, but, you know, like, it doesn't really make sense to me.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand. I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, we'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
What a bunch of dumbasses.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Oh, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in Camber that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Really not a shock at all. Just like, yeah, just get back there. Get the fuck out of the way. Okay, I now see how the Titan upheaval can be used. We just sent everybody to the roof real quick, it's fine.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
So far from home.
They have no idea who they were talking to. That's all I gotta say.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now she has to know who that is now, right? Oh, wow, water.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Does she not know who Clive is? That's weird.
Clive? What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Good catch. Vegetables weren't eaten.
didn't know where to find Kupka before, we do now.
The Lawless said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang.
We should press... Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means. The wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's good confirmation for Clive, like you're saying.
Mommy, I want to play with the crystal.
And I definitely agree? Oh, wow. Fucking water. It's stuff like this where it's like, okay, maybe Final Fantasy X could use an upgrade. No, I'm just kidding. That's cool. Anyway, still though, it's like, why are we... Does she not know who Clive is? Are they doing it on purpose? It's definitely on purpose, because it's been 5 years since he's seen him last. And it obviously Clive is in this point where he's like, I understand, because he's not hunting him down, but like, why? You know, like, what is the reason?
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Well, it's not like we've got a reason.
Light it, for Gilbert's sake! A bear arm.
Anything I can help you with, travelers? Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know? Well...
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
Oh.
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience, believe you me.
Very much like an old British uncle.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
I kind of get that
How
from
many times do I have to tell you?
I didn't think about that, but you're right. Definitely, yeah, I guess so. Man. Unlocked that one for me. Alright, yeah, I see it.
Can I help you? Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand.
And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly.
This is like probably the biggest town we've been in too. I was gonna say that.
Sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furter knows.
Looks like we won't be getting...
Hanging lanterns, kick
Sorry.
silver.
I like the vibe here. It's cool. The aesthetics are nice too. It's not like over designed, you know what I mean? But it's simple here, but I like it. This looks great, obviously. Feels like a town on the road.
Are you Furter?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Okay, her name's the Desert Hare.
We can trust her?
What's the over/under on her being an actual bunny character?
Only as far as I think he'd...
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around?
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Are you guys for realsies? Alright, cool. I'm not even stringing combos, boys. Come on. These guys are a little bit more tankier than the ones before.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Furter?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the Men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
Lock of Leisure?
To the Lock of Leisure.
I'm glad they acknowledged it in the cutscene. That was barely a test. Let's be real here.
Needed to a silken soughing a sniff, good sir.
The frame rate's really choppy.
Is this the place?
Lubo's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
So it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it. Tobor. Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So...
What's the threat here, though?
What do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff!
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle.
Follow the crystals, huh?
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil. Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late? You've heard, then? I've heard rumors. Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
So they're talking about everyday crystals.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
I wonder if it's just to fill a supply, like they're just stealing more from the common people, right?
What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking, with pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use.
Probably not.
He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
Pride of place in Castle Dasmond.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle? Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen.
That was actually pretty
Meanwhile,
smart.
members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere and pocketing the profits.
Yep.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult.
Poppin' J.
It just goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support. If things turn sour.
I don't think you have a choice.
Of course.
Yep, it's way out this way.
What was
Okay.
all that crashing and banging about before?
Also, this area is, I mean, there's, yeah. Cool. Oh, cool. Cool.
Run like the wind.
It's coarse and rough and gets everywhere. I like how the chocobos are a different color, like golden here. That's cool. Probably more bronze, but still.
I'll take it from here.
Oh, there you go.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Oh, man.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
So the trade negotiations didn't go well.
It's not over yet, Uncle. I'm just getting warmed up.
So am I. Chocobos.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of.
He is an asshole.
The men of the Rock taking Crystal's men for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse.
Man.
Well, Clive. You held up your end of the bargain, so
Clive.
I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Of all the...
Here, wear this.
Desert Rose.
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
What an interesting fucking character.
Omia Lostelan. Tuhisakelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish...
Thank you.
Not at all.
Come on, Uncle.
another side quest here too. All right. Let's make a save here. It's gonna be it for today, y'all. Call it here. Again, it's like, yeah, I just want to keep going, but yeah, this is a good spot to kill it for today. Riddle of the Sands. All right, chat. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. As always, it's super much appreciated. I'm not going to be live tomorrow. I'm going to enjoy my day. Be off. Well, I have to work in the morning, but it won't be that bad. Either way, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I'll be back on, so I'm not going to be live tomorrow, like I said. I probably won't be live on Wednesday either. Let the foot off the gas just a little bit here. I'll probably be back on Thursday. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your day. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye, everybody.